As someone who used to be the Attorney General and served in that role, what was your reaction when you looked at some of these communications?
I was quite surprised. It's not an experience I had as Attorney General. I was never asked by the legislature to advise them on how to pass a law that violates the Constitution. To the contrary, when we went over to talk to the legislature about proposed legislation that was unconstitutional or you know problematic, we would have a conversation with them behind closed doors and say, "Look, you got a problem. This is why, what we think the problem is. For example, we think your bill violates the Constitution, and you might want to rethink it because it could invite a court challenge." And that was how we interacted. Keep in mind that the legislature has its own attorneys,
Right.
and under the doctrine of separation of powers, they're the legislative branch. Attorney General is part of the executive branch, which means it's you know part of the process of executing the laws.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that the legislature can't ask for advice. That's fine, and the AG office will provide it. But I had not seen before this week an example of the AG office actively collaborating with a legislative sponsor on how to draft a bill that could get the Constitution basically reinterpreted and 95 years of precedent overturned.